AYO is Daeni. Welcome back, 18. And today, I didn't want to disappoint you because I know it's been a while since I've shared my thoughts with you, but we're gonna cut that streak today. Now, Monday is gun days, but today we're not gonna talk about guns because let's just face it, guns are bigger than guns. We don't only deal with guns when we talk about guns. We deal with the ecosystem of firearms. So today we're going to be talking about Stoddard's firing range. We're going to talk about the pros and the cons, and I'm just give you my conclusions. Now, we're going to get right into it with some of the pros. Okay? This is Stoddard's in Atlanta, Georgia, or Fulton County, middle of the city. Really nice setup. A bit hard to find. I mean, on the map you'll see it, but driving, you will drive past it definitely because the parking situation is kind of weird, but they do have parking. It's in the back, there's some in the front, and if you just drive by, you might think that there is no parking, and then as you drive through the side, it looks like it's a warehouse situation, so you might think that the parking is limited, but you go to the back, you're gonna see parking, plenty of parking for you. It's secluded, so if you have firearms, you can take them out. You have good situational awareness. You can see what's going on. Now, I've never shot there at night, but that's coming up. Nor have I shot there with a group of people, but I went there in the middle of the day. It was fine. And you know, I felt pretty secure. I felt pretty safe to carry a weapon to the range and back. The entrance is kind of far, and there is no back entrance. So you drive past the entrance to walk back, and yeah, that was kind of weird, but they have parking. As you go to the entrance, they have a little sit down area, really nice. You can sit down there, chop it up, talk, have some conversations, reflect on your range or on a weapon you might buy. Going through the front door, they have a greeter. It's really nice. They sell weapons, they sell accessories. They don't have all the accessories, but they have enough. They don't sell things, at least to the best of my knowledge, like muzzle brakes and fire and triggers, or you know, things like that. But they do sell like sights, backup sights, slings, things that you might have on a weapon that the basic like components of firearms. They sell safes as well, you know, so if you're in the market for stuff like that, and you buy a weapon, you can kind of complete the package, like the standard, the basic package. And they have a wide range of safes as well as the other components of firearms like sights, backup sights, slings, magazines. And they sell like handguns and stuff like that, and mounts, things like that. Things you would need to kind of showcase a weapon, store a weapon, and to make it look more tactical. Now, transitioning from the actual shooting part, like or purchasing weapons, to the shooting range is really interesting. It's a fully automated range, really nice. AC, you're a little close. They have two separate areas. You walk into one spot with the ID card because you get that, and you can like go into like a breakdown chamber or decontamination chamber, and then you got to walk through another door. They don't really call ceasefire whenever someone enters the range or exits the range. You can just walk onto it. That's pretty dope. You know, you don't got to really stop your session because someone's entering or like leaving the range. Fully automated targets, you can bring it back and forth. They have an RSO on the range who goes and checks to make sure you're doing things right. I think 75 yards, it goes pretty far back. You can fire anything there, really, any caliber, so there's no limit on what you can fire, except for, yeah, you can fire anything. I don't think you can fire anything because let's just go with that. You can fire anything until if they change, I'll update you because I intend on going back. What else is it? Positives. It's well lit, really decent lighting. Everything worked. They have a nice bathroom. Some people care about stuff like that, and the staff is relatively friendly, you know, and they offer military discount on the range. Okay, now the cons is they only offer military discount on the range. Like I think that they could do better. There's no military discount on firearms, ammunition, or any of the things you purchase in the store other than the shooting range. You get a discounted the day you shoot or the subscription they have. So that's another con. It's a subscription based. They really try to push that. So if you buy a weapon there, chances are they'll probably give you a discount on your subscription, not so much your actual firearms or anything like that. The second thing that kind of sucks about this place is that in order to use the range, you have to sign up. So there's a range booth, but in the Atlanta version, in the Atlanta store, you gotta walk to the back and fill out the waiver and then walk back to the front. It could be more mainstream, more efficient. I think it's a waste of energy having someone walk to the back of the place and come back to the front in order to shoot. Next thing is the oh wait, I want to say another pro. I forgot this. They rent out. They do consignment, so you can rent weapons. If you want to know what an AR feel like, an AK feel like, an AR pistol, a Magnum or whatever, they have a very wide selection of rented, what they call them, firearms. So that's a pro. But the con is it costs $20, and it's very limited. I think like you can only $20. You can try out as many as you want, but you're only at the range for an hour. So it kind of limits as to the amount of weapons you can try, and the process of walking back and forth to change it out can be a little bit because you can do it only one at a time. You can't rent out multiple weapons, so it's one at a time. You come back out there. Now that's cool, but at the same time, I would have appreciated more. It's just a little bit tedious. So, you know, there's that. That's just my personal opinion. Some people might like that. I don't really care for it. Another con is it's a pro but a con. You have to do like a weapons check to make sure you know how to handle firearms. So they make you break down the 9mm, but that's the only thing that you break down. They make sure you know how to not break it down in the sense like clean the weapon breakdown, but sort of drop the magazine, unload your weapon, and then load the magazine safely. But they don't do it for the ARs or the AKs. There's a lot of different calibers, and the different weapons have different styles of loading the magazine and loading the round in the chamber. They only do it for the pistol, and it's a Glock. And you know, 1911s, what they call them, revolvers, they all work differently. Now you can fire all these at the range, but you're only getting trained, or you're making sure you're only being tested on one particular gun, one particular caliber. That's weird, you know. I'm just saying, that's just really weird. Secondly is that you can fire anything at the range. So you go in there, there's someone could have a 300 blackout pistol right next to you, and it can be loud. So if you don't have the right air protection, then I recommend that you double up with some air protection over the ears and in the ears, because if you don't know it, indoor ranges are very loud. So it hurts, you know, it just hurts to really shoot in indoor ranges, especially if you don't have the right air protection. It kind of makes it uncomfortable. So, you know, that's just a tip. They can't really do nothing about that. You know, the range is really clean, but you know, the 300 blackout was really loud, unfortunately. And what else is there? Another con is that you can't shoot steel cased ammo. That's weird. That is also weird. Now, I don't know if they resell the brass, so that's just a thing for them. But yeah, you can't shoot steel cased ammo. So if you buy the Monarchs and you bring them there, or I don't know, I think even AK, you can only fire AK if it has the brass. You know, it's kind of goofy. I mean, ammunition is ammunition. I don't know the reason behind it, but you're paying around $15 to shoot here. That's just if you're military. $20 are law enforcement. It's $20 if you're not. Really expensive, unnecessary. So that was some of the things that stood out with me. There's more, but I don't want to hold you too long with all these cons. My conclusion is this range is good for like date nights or something like date nights or first time shooters, but as a personal everyday range, for me, it's not it. I wouldn't recommend it. There's too many, there's not a lot of limits, but there's too many for me, meaning the whole process just to shoot is kind of exhausting. So, and for the price that you're paying, I think that they could probably do things a little bit better, especially the steel case ammo. That's where I draw the line. Not only is that just inconvenient, steel case ammo is cheaper and easier to find in most cases. So you might have a lot, you get that by the bulk, you bring it there, you can't shoot it. So you're left to buy, they're expensive, which is another con. But I mean, I think that's just a thing about ranges these days, is that the ammunition is going to be way overpriced. That's a problem. I ain't like it. They could do better. Not an everyday range to me, but on a date night situation or first time shooter, I think that you would probably enjoy it. I definitely do recommend the range though. Like, you should experience it, and it's like a last minute. They're open 5 days a week, so that's a plus. You know, I mean, it's not 5 days a week. They're open 7 days a week. So you get to go there and shoot whenever you want, and their hours are pretty lengthy, meaning from they open to when they close you can shoot. Some ranges open at like 11 and they stop shooting at like 4. They're kind of weird, you know, but they open till like 8 o'clock and you can shoot up to 8 o'clock, so that's a plus. Again, not an everyday range for me. I wouldn't make that my go-to range if I want to try out a weapon. There are definitely better options out there, and I will put you on when I get the chance to show it to you. So thank you for watching. Hit that like, hit that sub, comment down below some of the cons or pros and ranges that you like, and let people know things that they might want to look out for when they go to the range. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out, 18. 1.